easy go.
Hello guys, what is up? Today it's Cross from BGA, and we're going to be talking about a game called Gizmo and also a game called Abalyte. First, I'm going to start off with Gizmo, and I do have some gameplay to roll over at this time. Gizmo is a game where you play as a robot. You have about 3 abilities. You have a double jump, a roll, and then like a spin move that you really can't do anything with. The whole purpose of the spin move so far is nothing. It seems to only be one level. I sat on the waiting level for a next level screen for about a minute and a half. I don't know if it's because if it's a new game and if it's an indie game. Although I really wish it would have said demo over or trial over or something like that to demonstrate that it was over. But I could not get it to roll to the next. The platforming in this game seemed a little bit buggy. It kind of reminded me of Crash Bandicoot, the remakes, where you can't really tell where you're going. You're just kind of hoping that you land where you're supposed to. And that's exactly what I felt like I was doing in this game. Pretty decent platforming, but definitely could use some work on. Definitely could use some work on some new enemies, and the way enemies interact with you could definitely be changed and reworked, because it felt like every time I met an enemy it was always the same thing. I avoided them, I jumped on them, or I rolled through them, and that's the whole purpose of this game so far. The game has a pretty cool premise though, I will say, and the next game is called Abalyte, and the reason why I wanted to focus on this one more than Gizmo is because I didn't have a lot to go off of with Gizmo. It was just one round of the same thing. I played Abalyte for about 30 minutes, and it was really cool. It was a roguelike indie, and I really liked it. I really liked the kind of style of it. If you guys like bullet hells but don't really want to play like a top-down bullet hell but more of a side-scroller bullet hell, this one's really cool. It definitely only has about 4 or 5 enemies, but they all are different. The bosses are different. I believe they have more than 3 different bosses. I've seen more than 3. And they're all very hard to kill in their own way. So you get 2 weapons of your choice, but you have to go loot all the chests, and there is no health refills from what I've found yet. So after you go and find all these chests and you find the weapons that you want to go to, usually one long range, either a bow or a slingshot, a spear, an axe, a short sword, or a long sword. Those are the only weapons in the game so far. But really cool. They have about 4 classes that you can choose from. The 4 classes that you can choose from don't really do anything, and you can't unlock all of them yet, but you can unlock 2 of them. Pretty cool. You start off with 1. It's just the basic character, and basically you go through, you have to find these runes. The runes allow you to get more damage and other things like that, and then the blue crystals that you find will help you open up portals to go to the boss fight. And that's about how that game goes down on that note. But there's a lot of other things that I think is very cool about this game. First off, you really get to choose how you want to play. Slingshot's faster, but does less damage than the bow. The bow is slower, does more damage than the slingshot. So if you're going to kill more or bigger things, you want to go ahead and use the bow. But if you're going to kill smaller things, you want to go ahead and use a slingshot. So it's really depending on how you play. So is the melee weapons. So the spear only does damage, or only does 5 damage, and it only does 1 damage if you hit it on the wood. So you really want to be using the tip of the spear, and this makes a lot of sense towards this game, and the way the game plays is very cool on how spot on it is. The short sword, faster than the long sword, does the same amount of damage, but doesn't have the range of the long sword. So you really get that, like the withdrawal and the updraw of the 2 weapons. This works very well for the game, and makes a very clever design to reward players for playing longer. I believe that if I probably played it for another 20 minutes, I could probably beat every boss in the game. But I chose not to, and that's another thing I want to talk about. In this channel, I'm not going to really criticize games too hard on whether or not I like them at the beginning. I realize almost every game I'm going to be doing is pre-alpha, alpha, or just came out. So there's a lot of things I need to be working on. And a lot of the games I'm going to be talking about are indie and made by 1 to 2 people. And this is what I want this channel to be about. I want you to see some indie channels. As myself, I'm trying to make a small little gaming group that would do this with me. I got a couple other people, but mainly it's going to be me, and I'm just trying to show you guys some games, kind of shine a spotlight on them, if you will, to show them and grow with them and grow from them, as well as help them grow. And I know I discussed that in a little bit in the previous videos, but I really wanted to show it to you guys on this one. Also, you guys will see something coming from me probably in the next week and a half, and I'm going to be trying some bigger games. It won't be anything major. I'll probably make a 10-minute video on the new Destiny DLC, and I'll also make a new video on the Call of Duty, the new game mode in Call of Duty, and the Counter-Strike new game mode. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, let me know. I do have a blog post. It is made by Wix. If you guys ever want to see anything posted or know when anything's coming out, go ahead and check that website out. It will have everything, whether it be from like me, AJ, Michael, Penguin, anybody. It's all going to be on there, and you'll be able to see all of it. As well as we have our shop connected to that. It is in the top right corner. We don't really have anything in it yet. I'm still looking for that artist to do some logo designs for me. So if anybody's interested in that, I will be a royalty for you. So everything that we sell, you will get a percentage of, which will really come probably to help you in the future if we ever do blow up. But yeah, so you'll be seeing those coming up shortly. If you're ever wondering, or if you ever want to see me do a video, you can always post it in the comments, and you can always post me on the blogs. On the blogs is where I'm going to be paying a lot of attention. I get a notification on my phone immediately when I get any messages on the blogs, and that's where most of us have access to, and most of us are admins on. On the YouTube, only one person can own it, so I'm the owner of the YouTube channel, but I will be posting other people's YouTubes a lot, and you'll see a lot of videos like that. So yeah, guys, if you guys are interested in seeing any of those, seeing about being the main art designer and being able to design for us, that'll also be in the link. We'll have a little application for you to fill out. Send us one of your sketches, and then you'll be put into the submission box. We have about one other opportunity so far, and we need one more person to record footage from their PC. We have 1 or 2 people doing that now, but you'll be part of that. In every video that we do, or every paper we do, using your footage, you'll also get a royalty for. So it's all about what we make, how much you'll make spots. Anyway, guys, this has been The Cross from BJ Media, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.